The circus is coming to town. John Sapita was one of a countless number of youngsters for whom those words held a magical fascination.
I still can remember in my days when a circus came to town, and a teacher would say, well, Johnny won't be in school today. I know where he's at. I'm at the showgrounds. My dad's going to work, and he sees me. I'm there before he even goes to work. I snuck up from home to go out to unload the circus and that. I lived by the showgrounds. Now I'm modeling.
And model them John does. He's built 3 complete circus trains, and he's currently working on a 4th show.
The James E. Strait show is a carnival. Most of it is concessions and rides. They may have maybe 20, 30 different rides.
John has scratch-built over 350 1/4-inch to the foot O-scale circus wagons. We asked him to show us how he builds a wagon. John uses basswood for all his wagons and puts them together with Tester's wood glue. Watching John work is a fascinating experience.
Well, what I'm doing here is I'm getting ready to put the sides to make the side of the wagon. And what I'm doing is I'm putting a little reinforcement on the bottom here so it holds it for me. Now you'll notice that I have sides here and an end here. This will be my roof. So this is the bottom. I use 1/8 stock. This is 3/32. This looks like board. See, it's all scribed. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put this here. I think it's hard enough. And show you how a wagon is being made. So I put this. Then I'll have to take a sandpaper and take the rough edges off. See here? That's going to be my... Okay. That looks pretty good for it. So I'll try now. We'll put the end on. See, I have little cement or little brass blocks. I put it against this. Now, see here? Now, this will be the front of the wagon. And when you see this board here coming out, you won't see that because I'll put a little 1/8 angle or 3/32 angle on there. That'll cover this up. And I'll put 2 strips here. That'll be the braces. Okay, now we'll put the roof on. Now we got the roof on, see it? Now that's what the wagon looks like. See? Now we'll put the side angle iron on there.
John uses small pieces of channel-shaped basswood to make the vertical side braces for the wagon. He cuts each piece to fit and glues them in place. Once the glue is dry, he carefully scrapes the excess glue off the side of the wagon.
Now there it is. There's a wagon with all the channel on it. Now this is what the wagon will look like when it's all done. After it's all done, sanded and everything, you see there's a toolbox underneath.
It took John about 10 minutes to complete the wagon to this point. Depending on the complexity of the particular model he's building, it takes him between 4 and 6 hours to make a wagon start to finish. These wagons will be part of the James Strait's carnival train that John is currently building. John Sapita has built models of 3 complete circus trains.
This is a circus train. If you go to Baraboo, Wisconsin, this is a train that pulls out of Milwaukee a week before 4th of July and go from Baraboo to Milwaukee. Up there you'll see the trains, you'll see the Pullmans up there. That's all the people get tickets and they get this ride. All them trains that you see up there will be filled up with visitors. These wagons that you see here are pulled on the flat cars by horses, the old-fashioned way. We come into Milwaukee, we unload these wagons on the lake shore by horses. This wagon was in Sarasota, and they took the original wheels off and they put rubber tires on because you weren't allowed to go on the streets with steel rims. But it stayed down at Sarasota and it was in bad shape. So it came 5 years ago up to Baraboo and they rebuilt the whole wagon. And they put the regular steel wheels on, and this is what the wagon looks like. The bills were casted in Milwaukee. This is the Cole Brothers Circus American wagon. It's a Calio. It still plays. It's run by steam. This wagon was built in 1913 for Bonham and Bailey. In 1918, Ringlings bought this from Bonham and Bailey. Ringlings had it till 1930. Then Christie's Circus bought it and had it till 1935. After that, Cleaver Brooks, an outfit in Milwaukee, took it over. And they kept it till finally when the museum started in Baraboo, they donated this wagon to the Baraboo Circus World Museum. And that's where it is today. And they use it every year for the circus parade. This Buffalo Bill wagon, it toured Europe for 5 years. Then it came to the United States. And it toured this country, and it was on Ringling Show. It was on Cole's Show. Finally, the wagon landed in Missouri on a farm. And a farmer used it for a chicken coop. And in order to bring it in, they brought it into Baraboo by Lowboy, and they had it all chained. They found all the iron and everything, and it was a mess. It was all falling apart. No paint on it or nothing. And this is what that wagon looks like today. It took me a long time to build this one.
John has spent many pleasurable hours building his circus wagon models, but it is the sharing of them with others that brings him his greatest pleasure.
What makes me feel so good that the people at the mall, the different clubs, lines and all that, come up and say, "Oh, what made you do this?" I just liked it.
What has all these years of circus modeling meant to John?
Well, I'll tell you what. With my wife, my kid, this has been the best thing that I've ever had in my life.